Hi all. So, how are you doing? Um, okay. So our agenda for today is, let me write in front of you only. I would be covering today slicers. Topic would be slicers and its use cases. Okay. And let me um do it. Okay. So slicers and its use cases. So for today, let me tell you how to apply slicers and how can it benefit you all in your corporate career. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so we have this data where we have the names of students, their class, their result, and their years in which they have obtained these results. Correct. Now, what we do is we apply the slicers. Now before proceeding with applying the slicers, remember one thing. Okay, let me show you only here. So we need to apply the slicers on this data set. So what we need to do, we need to go to insert and here is the slicer option. Okay, if you want, uh, you can see here like how the slicer can be made. So slicers can be made when we have any connections to refer. Okay, with connections, what I mean, like if I select this data and just select the data here, it will not populate the um, it will not populate any reference data to put slicers on. Okay, so what does this mean? It means we need to add a pivot table. Let me add a pivot table and then I explain you why it is showing as a connection. Okay. Okay, let me put the pivot table first and I will tell you how it shows as a connection reference. I will go here, I will select from pivot table new worksheet and okay. Let me put the pivots and then I will add slicers and I will show you how it is referring to as a connection source. So I have taken a screenshot. Let me put that way, class years. I will put class in filters. I will put result in columns. Um, let put let's put result in values. Sorry, result in rows. Um, just a second. Let me see how it is done. Okay, result in here and years in here. Or anything you can put anywhere. Just I need to show you how to obviously adding slicers. Okay, so this is the thing that I've done. Now what I want to know you, let's remove the blanks here. Okay, from here as well. Okay, now we are ready with the only pivot table, a random pivot table data. Okay, now if I will select this and I add now slicer option, it will auto populate the results. You can see, because for adding slicers we need to have some connection source. For example, let's say we apply VLOOKUP, right? There is always a source data we refer to. Okay, I explained you in the last video as well. If you uh, want to know like how what thing I'm talking about, you can refer to the video session series 4. You will be able to find in my YouTube. If you search on the series, you will be able to find it. Uh, okay, coming back to today's topic. So we need to have some uh, data source. For example, where we want to apply slicers, that data has some data source attached to it. Means that data has some connection to some data source. Getting a point? So for example, here pivot table has a pivot table. This pivot table has a data source of the data. Remember, I applied the pivot table on this data tab that we have. Okay, so this means this thing. So unless you have some data source to refer where you are applying slicers, it will not auto-populate the functionality. Correct? Hope you got it now. If not, comment down below and I will be more than happy to solve your doubt. So now, if I say I can apply the let's say slicers based on, let's say, result pass or fail, because rest data we have. Okay, here now if I click OK, now you can see we can just click on fail and we have the data of all the candidates with years, like in 1990 Arzu didn't failed once. In 2007 Arzu failed one time. In 1990 Chandu failed two times, Harish failed one time. If I click on pass, Arzu failed one. Arzu passed one time in 1990. Sankalp passed one time. Okay, so it helps in putting the filters in a very faster way. So the agenda to put slicers is to fast forward the filtering process. Correct. So we can filter on the basis of multiple scenarios. For example, let's say I will add here another data source, another slicer, so that we are good to go then. Let's say I have applied the slicers for now on the basis of result. Now let's say I apply the sorry, slicers on the basis of names. Okay. Now we have two slicers. Okay. We want to see the past data of for only Akshay. Let's say so it will auto populate the result for only Akshay. So the more filters we need to add, the more slicer we need to add here. Okay. For example, let's say we need to see the failed data for only Kapil, if it's applicable or not. So we are here with the data that Kapil failed in 1990 once, he failed in 1998 once, so on and so forth. So this way we can fast forward the filtering process. So the agenda of the putting the slicers is written here as well. If you see here, it says slicer makes it faster and easier to filter tables, pivot chart, and queue functions. So it's a way to visualize the data in a more simpler and easier way, and it is also useful while presenting the data to your managers, to the clients, to the in front of the like manager, senior manager, for example, right? So for example, you're in a meeting and your manager says show the data who are which candidates failed in this year, 1990. Okay, so what you do, you just click on fail, and let's say you will delete this one. For now, you just need fail one, and so let's say you need fail one, and here, sorry, I'm sorry, I need to put the data again. Okay, so for example, let's say let me put the data again, because once you have put the slicers, you have to delete, you have to unset all these things. I haven't done that, I just deleted this, and let me put it again. um let's say on the basis of pass or fail, right? On the basis of the result I need to be. So okay, so let's say if your manager says how many candidates are passing in total in, let's say 2008, for example, right? I will click on pass. Okay, so we have this data that these students are passing. For example, 10 is the total count. The students have passed in all the years. For example, your manager is specific to 1992, how many students passed in that year. So you will put another slicer, insert slicer on the basis of years, right? Now you select only and only 1992, and you have this data. Hope I have made some sense out of this data that I'm talking about, and you will be able to relate more once you practice more. Just put just, just pick any random data and apply the slicer on the same, and then you are good to go with the formulas. Okay, if you have any questions, connect me on LinkedIn, and I would be more than happy to assist anyone. Okay, so this is all for today from my side. Thank you and have a nice day.